This is a severe weather alert from the First Warning Weather Center.
And good morning to you once again. Our severe weather coverage continues as that wintry mix sweeps over parts of Texas this morning.
Yeah, we've got continuous team coverage for you of your weather and roadways. We've got crews around central Texas checking out all of those conditions. But let's get straight to your weather this morning. Mark, how's it looking out there?
Well, we do have many areas, Aaron, of patchy ice along with frozen rain, freezing rain, and sleet all coming down from the skies, represented here on Storm Profiler radar at 5 o'clock by the blue shades you see on the screen. And where the white pockets are, that's even the chance for a few flakes of snow mixing in too. So there's a lot happening out there, but again, very spotty, and luckily for most of us, very light in nature, more of a drizzle than anything else. But you can see a good swath rolling through the hill country near Llano into southern San Saba counties. Winter weather advisories out for the entire viewing area until 2 p.m. today. Another batch in western Williamson County. Now the green you see there on the map, that's just regular rainfall coming down from the skies due to surface temperatures that are just above the freezing mark, but there may be some spots in there that are at 32 or below, which leads me to believe there still could be some icy patches up and down I-35, which TxDOT has been working feverishly to keep clear and ice-free for us this morning. And also down into Hayes County, see the blues there on the screen? Well, that represents that freezing rain, sleet, rain mix there too. So we have to be very, very careful. Take your time and definitely leave a little bit early. If you see one of those shimmering parts of the road, especially on the bridges and overpasses, which are our main concerns early today, just go ahead and assume that that could very well be ice and take it easy. Now, we'll have a little to about 1/4 of an inch of ice accumulation in many locations, especially the further westbound you go into the hill country. And again, winter storm warning out for Mason and San Saba counties until the mid to late afternoon. Temperatures from Georgetown to Burnett, Blanco, and even into Fredericksburg, where they're at 29, yeah, well below the freezing mark. And even the eastern communities, which are just above right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they fall too. Bastrop, for example, Lockhart to that 32-degree threshold. So we'll see what happens this morning. Nonetheless, just assume it will be icy out there on that morning drive. We'll keep it that way on and off through about noon or so before the drizzle finally begins to fade away and temperatures warm up a bit, back to only 36 degrees for a daytime high. And then you throw the windy conditions on top of it. Gusts 25 miles per hour. That means wind chills in the 20s today, so bundle it up. All right, 5:02 right now. Mandy has been keeping her eyes peeled on the roads out there. Mandy, what's the situation right now?
All right, thank you, Mark. I know you just mentioned about some icy overpasses and bridges, and we are going to let you know right now that's happening out in Georgetown on SH 195, 2238 and 1460 as you travel over to southbound 35. Once again, ice has been spotted in that area, and crews are on scene working to put down the fluids to help de-ice at this time. Taking it closer to southbound 35, the flyover to eastbound 45. This is closed at this time. Round Rock PD is blocking the exit ramp there due to icy conditions, plus a crash that's also working on the flyover this morning. So a heads up if you're commuting through that spot. Keeping a close watch out towards the airport this morning. All arrivals and departures from Dallas are canceled this morning. Make sure to go and check the status of your flight if you'll be getting out the door this morning. We're going to keep you updated on any other conditions we see. A live picture outside with our TxDOT camera. We're over at I-35 at 51st Street this morning. Still pretty light when it comes to commuters out on those main lanes, but as you can see, they are still very slick. That is your first warning traffic at 5:03.
Thanks a lot, Mandy. And several school districts have announced delays this morning due to the weather. And just in, the University of Texas will be starting classes late this morning. UT will open at 10 a.m. Now, in addition to UT, Blanco ISD will be delayed until 9 a.m. Fredericksburg ISD on a 2-hour delay. Harper ISD opens at 10 a.m. this morning. And Johnson City ISD delayed until 10 a.m. We'll also have the most updated list running on the bottom of your screen and posted on KXAN.com. And we are continuing to monitor slick conditions outside for you this morning.
Our Kate Whitehall live in Cedar Park with a look at the roads there. What do you see, Kate?
Hey, good morning. Well, since we last talked, the heavy mist has actually turned into much more lighter out here. And you heard Mandy mentioning about some of the flyovers being closed. This is the SH-45 flyover leading on to 183. And as of right now, it's still open. But how it's always worked in years past when we've had these kind of weather conditions is it's really only a matter of time before these are closed. Just remember to really take your time out there on the roads. In fact, overnight, TxDOT was out laying out de-icing material over on Mopac near the Enfield area, and TxDOT has been out on all of the roads overnight, 35, 183, making sure those are safe for you this morning. Really, the best advice, just take your time if you are going into work this morning. We took, obviously, 183 to get out here this morning. Overall, was not too bad, just really wet, but of course, as the morning goes on, as these temperatures continue to fall, it could change. And of course, we'll be out here to let you know if and when those conditions change throughout the morning. For now, we're live in Cedar Park. Kate Whiteout, KXAN News.
Okay, thanks, Kate. And where Kate is right now, I know Leander ISD will be watching the icy conditions. We just saw a tweet from Dr. Maria Karstarfin, the superintendent with Austin ISD. She got off a conference call just a little while ago with some district leaders, and they're watching the weather. They are on a 2-hour delay. Austin ISD on a 2-hour delay this morning. We will continue to keep you updated on all of the school delays later on in our newscast. If you do have to get out on the roads today, here are some good reminders. First of all, drive slower and leave a little more space between you and the next car in case things get out of control. Also use low gears to keep traction, especially on hills, and brake gently to avoid skidding. If you do skid, take your foot off the accelerator and steer in the direction you want the front wheels to go. So if the rear wheels go left, steer the front wheels left, and then vice versa. You may have to steer each way a few times to get control of the car. If you have standard brakes, pump them. If you have anti-lock brakes, don't pump the brakes. Instead, apply steady pressure.